Hey you guys, what is up? Welcome to the first episode of Wi-Fi Battles. You guys all pretty much voted for this, and I do thank you guys for voting. And I figured we'd just get right into it. So this is a free-for-all battle. Like I said, this whole series is going to be sort of, multiple different types of Wi-Fi battles. So this is a Wi-Fi battle that we had on the Mount Silver Battles stream the other day, and it's a free-for-all between me, Gym Leader Geo, Gamer Expert HD, and it's Nips. So there's not really much to talk about. I just brought some weird threats because, not even threats, I just brought some weird things because I thought it would make it a little bit more entertaining. So we'll get right into this right now. It's quite a fun stream, and if you guys have not subscribed to Mount Silver, you guys should totally head over there now and subscribe and all that stuff. My first upload is actually on Thursday, so that's gonna be cool. So, they started off with the Charizard. I was actually considering bringing a Charizard, but I wanted to be fun, and an Espeon and a Medicham, and I'm thinking, oh man, I'm kinda... my Rhydon has Rock Slide, so I can't hit the Charizard, which is a little unfortunate. And this Medicham was pretty scary, I'll be quite honest with you. I had some good ideas on how to beat it, but I wasn't entirely sure the best way to go around it. So it faked out the Charizard, and that was great. And then the Espeon uses Grass Knot. I was like, oh, I did not know you got Grass Knot. Well, I didn't get a chance to do anything that turn. Awesome! So I don't really know what to do now, and I decided to go into Behem, which I think is probably one of the coolest Pokemon for free-for-alls. It has telepathy, which means my partner can't hit me, and it's got good defenses, and it can live some hits. So what happens here is, I believe I run Psychic and Charge Beam, so I decided to attack the Charizard. It was probably the biggest threat to me right at that point with the Charge Beam, but as it sort of turns out, everyone wanted that Charizard dead, and it took a lot to kill that Arcanine because of that Intimidate. That Psycho Cut wasn't enough. But what no one noticed this entire battle was that every time I used Charge Beam, I gained special attack, and no one was paying attention to that, so I think it was hysterical how this turned out. So in comes Poliwrath, and I'm like, you know what, I was gonna go for Charge Beam onto the Medicham just to get myself up a little bit more. I knew I could probably I knew it couldn't really do much to me. So, but as it turns out, it's yet another round where everyone targeted one Pokemon, which was hysterical. So I go for Psychic. Oh no, I go for Psychic instead. I was aiming for the Medicham, but unfortunately for me, it got switched out. But yeah, everyone was just aiming for the same spot, and I laughed because a Poliwrath came in on my Psychic, so it was kind of funny. So back comes in the Medicham, and now I kind of want to take out the Medicham. Medicham goes for Fake Out on Espeon. Everyone had no idea that I had a boost under my sleeve. It was kind of really funny. So I go for Psychic, and it just one-shots this Medicham. And I was like, how did that happen? How did that happen? And I was like, I don't know. How did that happen? That's so weird. I guess it makes sense. So I'm like, oh god. So I see the Muck, and I have Psychic type, so I'm like, you know what? I could probably handle this at another time. I don't need to deal with the Muck just yet. And still, everyone is just sleeping on the Behem. He goes for the Sleep Powder on the Charizard, hoping to get the Charizard. Poison Jab goes onto the Charizard. They go for the Charizard. I decided to go for Recover. I'm not liking where my HP is at, and I kind of wanted to see what people were going to do. I figured at this point they knew I had the boost, and they were going to go for me. But fortunately, they didn't, and that's what happened. So the Butterfree actually goes for Quiver Dance, which is actually kind of a little gutsy, I gotta say, especially with the Heatran. Even though the Heatran is indeed sleeping, it could wake up. The Butterfree gets hit with an Ice Punch and freezes. I was like, it doesn't matter, guys. Don't worry about it. I got this. And I Charge Beam the Butterfree, and that goes down. And that was awesome. And then I get another boost, which is awesome. And again, no one noticed. It was kind of funny. So now I'm at +2. Not a single person knows I'm at +2. No one knows what to do. So we got the Muck. It goes for Ice Punch onto me. It doesn't do a lot of damage. I decide to go for Charge Beam against the Heatran. Now I'm at +3. Because if I killed the Muck, I think it might have been the last Pokemon. But if it was the last Pokemon, that means the game's over. So the Muck goes for me again. It poisons me, but I went for Recover that turn, so I did end up living a little longer. And I'm thinking, okay, so this Muck is gonna kill me. I have a Wigglytuff in the back. If I can't kill this Muck, my Wigglytuff is dead. Heatran wakes up, goes for Flash Cannon, Telepathy. Oh yeah. That's why I love BEM in this situation. I live at 2, and I go for Psychic, and it one-shots the Muck. And this is the point where my opponent goes, how? I am specially defensive, and I go, guys, seriously? I'm at +3. How have you not noticed this already? And everyone goes, how? How are you at +3? I was like, every single time I've used Charge Beam, I've gotten a stage up. So, it was just really funny how that happened. Like, no one noticed. No one noticed, and I got really good with that, because I was able to take out a couple of Pokemon with that. So I decided to go for Hyper Voice, because I didn't actually have anything, really, to kill the Heatran with, and I'm pretty weak. So, wasn't the greatest thing bringing Wigglytuff, because there was no Intimidators on anyone's team, so bringing Wigglytuff was just kind of silly. But I do have Fire Blast or Thunderbolt, so I decided to go for the Charizard because it is the last Pokemon, and honestly, I have nothing for the Regirock. I have nothing for it. Nothing I have will hit it hard enough to kill it. So it goes for Solar Beam. I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna... Okay! And it goes for the Wigglytuff. And I guess that kind of made sense, because had he gone for the Regirock and it died, game would have been over. So it makes sense. And plus, we also found out from a earlier battle that Regirock had weakness policy. So if he didn't kill it with the Solar Beam, it could have potentially just run through the rest of the team. So that was the free-for-all. I think it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and I just loved that BEM, how no one saw me starting to boost up. And then once they realized, my partner Geo decided, hey, I should probably attack this thing. So he goes for an attack, only to find out that I have Telepathy and I can't be killed. I don't know if that's a cheap tactic, but it worked for me, so I liked it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys at the next video. Peace.